Even the most devout dog lovers won't know everything about canines. With Animal Wise, we bring you a bumper collection of dog facts, many of which you probably never heard before. That's why we start with our video on 10 dog facts you didn't know. Let's get started. The vision of dogs. Many people still think dogs see in black and white, but they actually do see colour. Although they cannot see the spectrum of colour which we humans can, they perceive movement much better. They are also able to focus their attention on a specific point a long distance away. Furthermore, they can see better than us in the dark and distinguish yellow and blue the most. Dog fingerprints. Did you know that a dog's nose is unique? The truth is that no two snouts are the same. As with human fingerprints, dogs also have their own distinct imprint. Another fact is that their nose can change colour, either due to sunburn or the changing of seasons. The oldest dog in the world. The oldest breeds in the world are thought to be the Basenji and the Saluki. Both are originally from the African continent, although it is not known exactly when they emerged. The dog that does not bark. Basenji dogs do not emit the characteristic sound that we associate with canine barking. Instead, the Basenji makes a sound similar to a ural when vocalizing. It's assumed that this peculiarity is due to the fact that the structure of its vocal cords is more similar to that of a dingo than that of a domestic dog. A unique tongue. The Chow Chow dog has a dark coloured tongue that varies between black, blue and purple. Why is this? Genetically, this canine breed has a higher number of pigment cells on the tongue and mucous membranes. These cells contain the pigments responsible for providing colour. Therefore, it has a unique and unmistakable look. The first astronaut was a dog. The first living being to travel into space was a dog, and her name was Laika. This Soviet dog was picked up from the street and became the first astronaut to travel into space and in the spacecraft Sputnik. Discover the true story of Laika in the video that we share here. Beware of the dog. The well-known Beware of the Dog posters first appeared in ancient Rome. Roman citizens placed the Latin phrase cave canem near their entrances as warnings. Dogs sweat. Unlike humans, a dog sweats through their paw pads. Without this, it would be impossible for them to regulate their temperature, since the hair which keeps them warm in winter would be problematic in warmer climes. They also expel heat through their mouth by panting, eliminating hot air and acquiring cold air. The fastest dog. The Spanish Greyhound is considered the fastest of all dogs, the reason why they were prominent in the sport of dog racing. They can reach 72 km per hour, more than a moped. Dogs do not perceive salty flavours. Taste is the least developed sense of the dog, as they have fewer taste buds than we do. They perceive sweet, sour and bitter flavours, but do not perceive the salt taste. Did you know any of these dog facts? Now we continue by looking at 10 myths and half-truths about dogs. There are many myths that exist about canines, but here you can separate fact from fiction. 1 human year equals 7 dog years. False. While dogs do age faster than humans, it's impossible to calculate equivalence exactly. Dogs will age faster or slower depending on their stage of life, their breed and their quality of life. What we can say for sure is that almost all dog breeds can be considered adults after 2 years of age, and most are considered elderly after 7 or 8 years. Dogs see in black and white. False. Dogs can see colours, but they do not perceive them the same as we do. Their vision is dichromatic, so they perceive the colours blue and yellow as well as some of their variants. If a dog has a dry nose, it means they are sick. Also false. Although dogs often have a wet nose, it can dry in hot weather or when they have just woken up without indicating a health problem. It's only worrying when other symptoms such as fever, mucus, wounds or bleeding also occur. Dogs eat grass to purge. Not a myth, but not completely true either. Some dogs may eat grass to purge, but they don't always vomit later. The full reason dogs eat grass is not well understood, but studies suggest many dogs do it to compensate for a lack of fibre or vitamins, while others may simply enjoy it. All female dogs must breed at least once. Completely false. Female dogs do not need to be mothers to stay healthy. In fact, sterilisation is advisable as soon as possible to avoid health problems related to reproduction, such as breast cancer, cysts, infections, or phantom pregnancies. Potentially dangerous dogs are very aggressive. Another false myth. Dogs considered potentially dangerous are so because of their strength and muscles, not because they are born aggressive. As with any breed, their behaviour depends on socialisation and education of the dog. A dog educated through positive reinforcement, which has been well socialised, even if considered potentially dangerous, should be affectionate and even friendly with strangers. Pit bulls lock their jaws when they bite. False. This myth is provoked by the dog's strength. Due to their highly developed muscles, it can appear a pit bull's jaws lock, but they can reopen their mouth just like any other dog. Dogs lick wounds to heal. This is a half-truth. It is true dogs often lick a wound to relieve discomfort, but this is not entirely positive and is not beneficial to the healing process. In fact, licking the wound can promote scarring, which is why the use of an e-collar is often recommended. Dogs love to be hugged. False. The reality is that dogs do not normally enjoy being hugged. When we hug them, they can feel restrained and smothered, a sensation which can be very stressful for them. For this reason, many dogs try to escape when we hug them. Giving them love is very positive, but only through acceptable gestures. Dogs move their tails when they are happy. Another half-truth. The movement of a dog's tail has multiple interpretations and depends on the context of the situation, the type of movement, and position of the tail. A dog may move their tail because they are nervous, excited, stressed, alert, or even relaxed. Learning how to interpret a dog's body language will help us to discern what they try to express with tail movement. Now that's cleared up, we look at some specific behaviours, namely the 10 reasons why dogs bark.
Some enthusiastic dogs bark in greeting when their owners get home. This is usually 1 or 2 high-pitched barks accompanied by tail wagging, jumps, and demands to be caressed. The presence of strange people or animals in what a dog considers its territory can trigger certain types of barking, usually short, fast, and continuous. This is to alert their guardian or other dogs at home, but also to scare off the stranger. Puppies that have been separated from their guardian or dogs suffering from separation anxiety may bark when they feel alone. These are long, uninterrupted, and very high-pitched barks. They can sometimes be confused with a howl. The dog is trying to communicate distance or convey its loneliness. A frightened dog may bark to warn that it feels threatened. This barking is low-pitched, slow, and continuous. The dog may display other behaviors such as hiding, trying to escape, turning its back, or showing signs of caution and insecurity. It may also withdraw or retreat. When a dog has barked several times in warning and is ignored, it can start barking threateningly before attacking. It can also emit grunts and show aggressive behaviors such as baring its teeth, lifting its ears, and extending its body. In other cases, dogs respond to previous experience and react aggressively to the presence of certain people or animals that cause it fear, confusion, or stress. A dog can also bark while playing or interacting positively with other dogs, animals, or people. In such cases, the barks are loud and spaced out. A sharp, short, and low-pitched bark indicates that something is wrong. The dog is conveying that something is bothering it. If you observe such a bark, along with restless body language, you should check the dog's body and surroundings immediately. Some dogs seek their owner's attention through uninterrupted and prolonged barking. This can be accompanied by moans and whimpers or other behavior such as scratching your leg with its paw or pushing forward its snout. It is important to address such behavior if it becomes frequent or is related to anxiety. If you have, for example, hidden a ball that is still visible to your dog, it may bark to indicate that it can't reach its toy and to ask you to retrieve it. In such cases, the barks are choppy and frequent. There are many other reasons that can make a dog bark. As long as it doesn't affect their well-being or yours, you don't have to restrain it. However, when related to stress or anxiety, and if it has a negative impact on the health of your dog or those around it, you must see a professional. A veterinarian specialized in ethology is the best person to consult. A specialist can rule out any physical ailments or hormonal problems and help you address and solve the problem effectively.
As you can see, understanding why dogs bark helps us to understand what they're trying to communicate. Next, we see the 10 dog breeds that live the longest, but can you guess what they are before we start? Chihuahua. In addition to being one of the smallest dog breeds in the world, the Chihuahua is also one of the longest living. Their life expectancy is between 15 and 18 years, but some can live up to 20. In fact, we personally know a Chihuahua which has just turned 21, hopefully staying with us for years to come. Chihuahuas are very sensitive to cold and sudden climatic changes, so they are better suited to temperate climates. For this reason, if you have a Chihuahua, we recommend putting a coat on when it's cold. Shiba Inu. The life expectancy of the Shiba Inu raises some controversy among specialists. According to some experts, their average life expectancy is 15 years, but others claim they are just as likely to live 18 years or more. The latter can be accomplished if they receive the right care and they have good fortune on their side. Border Collie. The Border Collie is considered the world's smartest dog, and they stand out for enjoying excellent health and physical resilience. Their life expectancy is between 14 and 17 years, although some diseases such as hip dysplasia, epilepsy, or collie eye anomaly are relatively prevalent. Rat Terrier. The Rat Terrier is a dog relatively unknown outside its native America. In fact, they are not a breed recognised by the FCI, although they are by the American Kennel Club. They are a dog which stands out for having excellent health with a relatively low predisposition towards hereditary disease. Their life expectancy is usually between 15 and 16 years, but some may live up to 18 with the proper care. Dachshund. The Dachshund, also known as a wiener dog, is one of the most popular and longest-lived German dog breeds. These playful, intrepid, and somewhat vociferous dogs can live between 13 and 17 years, as long as they receive the appropriate care to promote their health and well-being. Before continuing with the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with everything we share about dog breeds, veterinary advice, and much more. You can also find us on our website. Toy Poodle. The Toy Poodle is one of the longest living dogs and also one of the most popular miniature breeds in the world. They usually live for about 15 years, but many of them reach the age of 17 or 18 when they receive adequate preventive medicine, balanced nutrition, and the right care from their families. Pomeranian. The Pomeranian also stands out for being one of the longest living dog breeds. Their life expectancy is between 12 and 15 years, but some may live longer in the correct circumstances. To do this, they will need to protect themselves from low temperatures and have a complete and balanced diet, adequate physical and mental stimulation, and essential preventive care to protect their health. Jack Russell Terrier. The Jack Russell Terrier is a brave dog with a strong personality. In addition to their temperamental, hyperactive, and bold character, the Jack Russell Terrier is also characterised by having a privileged life expectancy. These furry animals can live about 16 years in favourable conditions. Boykin Spaniel. The Boykin Spaniel is a beautiful and little-known representative of the extensive group of Spaniel dogs. This dog breed of American origin was developed in the early 20th century in South Carolina. These dogs can live a long time with their human companions, since their estimated life expectancy is 14 to 16 years. Lagotto Romagnolo. This medium-sized Italian woolly-coated water dog is native to the Romagna region. In addition to their beauty and predisposition to learning, Lagotto Romagnolo dogs also stand out for their privileged life expectancy, often living between 14 and 17 years. They are a strong and resistant dog that, when they receive the adequate care and environment, are hardly ever ill. Did you get the top position correct? Were there any surprises in the top 10? Continuing our dog fact compilation, we show you 10 dog positions which indicate happiness. Let's see if your dog uses them. Invitation to play. Rarely can one be as sure a dog is happy as when we see them play.
The inviting pose is when the dog raises the back of their body while lowering the front and gazing at another dog or their guardian. They make small quick movements until the other starts to play too, launching themselves to run or to chase a ball. They lean on you. Has your dog ever leant on you? This is a clear indication that they love you and like to be by your side. In other words, your dog is happy to be with you. Rolling on grass. Another posture of almost absolute happiness is when the dog lies on their back on grass or sand and begins to roll in ecstasy. This helps to cool off in hot weather and attracts the attention of their tutor. Your dog lies on their side. This is a classic sign that shows the dog is comfortable and happy. Also, did you know that the postures your dog takes when sleeping can reveal a lot about their mood? Here we share another video about the positions of a dog when sleeping and their meanings. Excitement to go out for a walk. If you live with a dog, you will know that they cannot contain their excitement when they realize they are about to go on a walk. There is no doubt they are happy and are practically anxious to get outdoors. Lying face up. When a dog sleeps in this position, it means they are very comfortable with their surroundings. Therefore, they rest nonchalantly, exposing their most vulnerable parts. Without a doubt, they only show this position when their state of well-being and tranquility is excellent. Your dog smiles. Many dog lovers may never have met a dog that smiles. Those that have can recognize this expression when they see their eyes are wide open and round, their ears are erect, not tilted forward or backward, and their mouth is slightly open without showing teeth. This facial expression is usually accompanied by a nervous movement of the tail and a relaxed body posture. They lie down with you. Another posture of a happy dog is when they lie down next to their guardian, usually in a prone position with their head on their front legs, observing what is happening around them. They can also lie down and lick the hands or face of their guardian as a sign of affection and happiness. Stops in the middle of play. When your dog is running around with some other dog and chasing each other, at one point they may stop and stare at nothing, panting with a mixture of excitement, exhaustion and joy. This behaviour is a sign they are going through one of the most enjoyable experiences in a canine's life. Hiding during play. Another sign seen during play activities is a dog running away to hide or take refuge for a moment. They are not hiding out of fear or boredom. They are waiting for their play partner to come by so they can run out and launch themselves back into play with even more gusto. The two dogs may take turns, but you will also see them do it with us.
Now you can better know how to tell your dog is happy, we can look at what else our canine companions might be trying to tell us, this time looking at 10 things dogs can predict. Can you imagine what they might be?
If the thunder stuns you when you hear it, imagine what happens to your dog. Their sensitive ears detect it long before you do. That's why many dogs get nervous during storms. In addition, when thunder is forming, it ionizes the air, producing a metallic scent that your dog is able to smell, so they know that a storm is approaching before it actually begins. Some research reveals that they're even able to feel the vibration caused by lightning with their feet. If you've ever heard that dogs feel an earthquake much earlier than humans, we can confirm that this is completely fact. Dogs are capable of predicting catastrophes, as are many other animals. Generally, they act strangely prior to the occurrence of earthquakes. In other words, they are nervous and reluctant to be locked in. They often leave their homes in order to reach higher ground. When a woman becomes pregnant, her body not only transforms externally, but also inside, starting with the release of hormones. A dog is able to perceive this hormonal change, so many become more protective when their female owner is pregnant. When the time comes for the baby to be born, the human body also emits different scents and signals that may sometimes go unnoticed. However, they can tell that the new family member will arrive very soon. There are even cases of animals days before the baby is born that refuse to separate from their owners as a way to protect them. Very sweet. Thanks to their powerful sense of smell, dogs are able to detect the changes that occur in the body when you have certain diseases, such as diabetes or cancer. There are testimonies from people who were diagnosed with cancer in an area of their body where their dog always sniffed them. Similarly, trained dogs can warn their owners of the moment to provide insulin. Surely you have noticed that your dog is entertained whilst watching you. Thanks to this, they are prepared to identify your changes of emotion. It's easy for your pet to know if you're sad, angry, very excited, or even worried. It's very likely that in these cases they will try and comfort you with a doggy cuddle or simply stay by your side. Dogs smelling fear is not a myth, but an absolute truth. How do they do this? It's thanks to the human body. When we feel fear, we secrete adrenaline, a hormone easily identifiable to a canine's nostrils. It's not necessary to say goodbye to your pet when you leave the house for a few hours. The routine that you perform and the attitude that you emit is enough information to indicate to your pet you're preparing to leave. Dogs are incredibly observant creatures. Several kilometers before you get home, the dog is able to perceive that you're already on the way, thanks to their ability to smell you at great distances. So, before you arrive, they will be waiting for you, excited. A normal process in the life of all beings. Before dying, the body produces certain chemical and biological changes, which dogs can identify extremely well. Therefore, it is not strange that when a person is about to die, the dog does not separate from their side and shows great sadness.
Which dog prediction ability surprised you the most? You must be a bona fide canine expert by now, but we have even more facts about our beloved dogs to share. Next, we look at the 10 most popular dog breeds in the world. Originally from Russia, the Siberian Husky was most often used as a working dog, especially as a sled dog for transportation over snow. A wolf-like appearance, an abundant and beautiful coat, and an intense and noble look have made them into one of the most appreciated dogs in the world. It's important to note they are a cold climate dog which requires a lot of exercise. Siberian Huskies are not just one of the most popular dog breeds in the world, they are also one of the oldest. Originating in the UK, this dog has a friendly, affectionate and playful character. They are also predisposed to learning and have enormous patience. For this reason, they are one of the most common assistance dog and therapy dog breeds and are especially good with kids. This dog of French origin was initially very popular in the 15th century among members of the royal court. Their popularity has only grown since, with their adorable appearance often garnering a lot of attention. But their appearance often belies the fact they are one of the smartest breeds in the world. Faithful and affectionate, they can be toy, dwarf, medium or large in size, but always have their trademark curly coat. The German Shepherd's solid, elegant and somewhat imposing appearance lends this loyal dog an air of nobility. They are an excellent police dog and have been used in the military. Unfortunately, irresponsible breeding has led to a current breed standard which is predisposed to certain ailments such as hip dysplasia, making proper preventive medicine essential. The main characteristics which make this breed one of the most popular in the world are without doubt its small size and sweet appearance. Don't let their adorability fool you, the Yorkie is a brave, alert and territorial dog, making it vital they are socialised correctly from a young age. Although the Yorkshire doesn't shed much hair, it is important they receive regular brushing to prevent their long coat from getting tangled. Originally from Croatia, the Dalmatian's most striking feature is its white coat with black spots. However, their popularity increased massively due to the film 101 Dalmatians. This dog breed stands out for their intelligence, their heightened sense of smell, their elegance, and a cheerful, loyal, and friendly character. Stylized and muscular, the Boxer is a dog of German origin which is very playful, quiet, balanced, and extremely loyal. They are popular precisely due to their strong character and personality. In addition to being an active dog, they are brave and easy to train. Unfortunately, their genetics make allergies and heart disease common. The Chihuahua is considered the smallest dog breed in the world, usually weighing between 500 grams and 3 kilos. In addition to their size, this dog is popular for its adorable appearance, extreme courage, and boundless energy. Despite what many believe, the Chihuahua is a very active and playful dog which can stay with us for many years if given the right care. On the list of most popular dog breeds, we can't miss out the English Bulldog, although the French Bulldog is gaining more and more popularity. The English Bulldog is originally from the UK and is characterised by their multiple skin folds, stubby legs, and robust body. They are a calm and affectionate dog, but due to their brachycephalic skull, they commonly suffer respiratory problems. Also native to the United Kingdom, the Beagle has an incredible sense of smell. An intelligent dog with a cheerful, balanced, tenacious and friendly character, the Beagle needs adequate mental and physical stimulation. Intelligence games and tracking training are highly recommended. More and more people are preferring to adopt mixed breed dogs, so we couldn't leave them off our list of the most popular dog breeds. Coming from a mixed heritage makes these dog breeds less likely to suffer from hereditary disease, which is positive for the canine community as a whole. Were you surprised by which breed was number 1? Next, we turn to another list of facts about dog behaviours. We do this in our list of 10 things your dog is trying to tell you which you probably didn't realise. Canine education and training are the basic pillars of your coexistence. However, they require time and desire to work. Don't get frustrated if you don't see immediate results or you seem to reach a plateau. It's better to do short, regular sessions, observing different training techniques and consistently implementing positive reinforcement, whether through treats, soothing voice, or petting. Patience is key. Adopting is a commitment for the rest of your dog's life. It's not a decision to be taken lightly. Dogs should not be returned, ignored, or mistreated. They are capable of experiencing a wide range of feelings such as sadness and loneliness. To your dog, you are their whole world. Never forget and never abandon them. When you adopt a dog, you need to understand they depend on you for everything. This includes eating, going for a walk, or even going to the vet. So it's essential you dedicate the time they deserve and keep them under constant observation to ensure their health. Don't worry, this isn't a one-way street and the dog will return all loyalty and love with their own joy. Several studies have indicated that the use of positive reinforcement is much more effective than scolding or punishment. When it comes to educating your dog, it's essential to use positive techniques, otherwise you might increase their stress levels, cause confusion, and harm your bond. Likewise, depriving your dog of walks or their favourite toys is not effective. They won't likely be able to associate the punishment with the crime. If your dog suddenly starts to bite the furniture, goes to the toilet indoors, or even self-mutilates, don't punish them. Faced with these types of situations, it is highly recommended you go to the veterinarian to rule out any disease or physiological problem. If the problem is behavioural, a canine educator may be needed. Understanding canine language is crucial to interpreting their needs, likes and dislikes. Dogs communicate using all parts of their body from tail to nose. Paying attention to them will allow you to avoid conflicts, prevent unwanted attitudes, and know you better. Due to fast-paced daily routines, many people consider it more than sufficient to take a dog out in the afternoon to relieve themselves and return home quickly. This is a terrible mistake. Like any other animal, the dog needs to exercise daily to stay healthy. We can combine the walks with games and varied activities. Long walks in the woods are advisable, but it's important to adapt to the individual dog's specific needs. A healthy dog needs a warm bed in winter and cool spots in the summer, regular trips outside, toys, good food, and their own space when they need it. This allows them to stay integrated in family life, but also affords them privacy when they want to rest. Before adopting a dog, you need to ensure you have the necessary space to accommodate them and make them feel comfortable. At present, it is very common for us to humanize dogs, but what does this mean for the dog? To attribute to them needs and behaviors typical of humans, such as dressing them up unnecessarily, not letting them investigate smells, or carrying them in our arms, is to ignore their canine nature. We need to respect this nature and promote their healthy dog aspects by letting them express themselves freely. It is said that dog is man's best friend, and it is often considered a symbol of loyalty. The bond created by dogs with their human companions is strong and lasting. It will be maintained for the rest of their life, and it is up to you to reciprocate. Affection, love, and responsible adoption are basic ingredients involved in giving your dog the necessary care to repay all the joy they bring us. While all dogs will try to tell you something, not all will be as readily willing to do what they are told in return. That's why our next video on the 10 easiest dog breeds to train might be a benefit for any beginner dog guardians out there. Poodle. The poodle, in addition to being one of the world's smartest dogs, is also one of the easiest to train. The docile, playful, and sociable temperament of the poodle is a characteristic that facilitates education. With proper socialization, they can be an excellent companion for children and can share their home with other animals. Golden Retriever. The Golden Retriever is another intelligent breed with a great memory and a particular predisposition toward learning new tasks and pleasing their tutor. They are well known for being a great family dog, in no small part due to their patient, loyal, and sociable character. Combined with being relatively easy to train, this makes them a trustworthy and obedient dog. German Shepherd. The German Shepherd has privileged cognitive and emotional capacities, allowing them to stand out as one of the most obedient, intelligent, and versatile dogs. Thanks to these traits, this breed functions as a police dog, fire dog, rescue dog, and guard dog, among many others. Border Collie. The Border Collie, like the Poodle, is one of the smallest dog breeds in the world, actually taking the number 1 spot. Being such an intelligent and active dog, they need to be stimulated both physically and cognitively. Boredom and stress can develop if they don't. For this reason, they are not recommended for first-time owners. Shetland Sheepdog. Despite not being the most popular dog in the world, the Sheltie is another of the smartest. This breed shows great ease in learning new tasks and tricks. However, It's important to note that they have a very strong herding instinct and need to be properly socialized as a puppy to relate positively and safely with children and other animals. Papillon. The Papillon is considered one of the most obedient dogs in the world. They have a very versatile personality, being able to adapt to people with different personalities and lifestyles, something which favours education. With proper socialization, they can be an excellent companion for children and other animals. In addition, they are usually very alert and can be an excellent guard dog. Doberman Pinscher. Unfortunately, the Doberman is considered a potentially dangerous dog, but this is due to the irresponsibility of some owners who have not properly educated them. This breed is highly intelligent and sensitive, standing out for their excellent memory and extraordinary ability to retain orders and tasks. It is important to highlight the fact that educating a Doberman involves a lot of perseverance, providing physical and mental stimulation, and socializing them correctly. Labrador Retriever. The Labrador is one of the easiest dogs to educate and socialize. This is due to their fun and friendly yet very loyal temperament. Their intelligence and predisposition towards pleasing humans doesn't hurt either. Still, Labradors need daily exercise for physical well-being, as well as cognitive stimulation, intelligence games and other activities for their mental health. Without them, stress symptoms and destructive behaviour can emerge. Australian Cattle Dog. The Australian Cattle Dog is considered one of the easiest dogs to train due to their cognitive abilities and excellent memory. However, educating them requires a lot of dedication to handle their high energy levels and need to be physically and mentally stimulated. They are not recommended for those with sedentary lifestyles or who live in confined spaces. Additionally, they need proper socialization to live with children and other animals due to their strong herding instinct. Rottweiler. The Rottweiler is one of the smartest dogs in the world. They are a safe dog and highly predisposed to learning basic obedience commands. Their calm and attentive temperament facilitates concentration and assimilation of the orders presented to them. Like the Doberman, they are considered a potentially dangerous dog in some countries. Therefore, it is essential we educate them when we adopt to convey the appropriate rules of conduct at home and in society, as well as prevent behavioural problems. It should be noted that successful training does not rely solely on the characteristics of the dog breed. The dedication of the tutor, the methods used, and the environment in which training sessions take place are also key factors which can facilitate or impair learning. Therefore, whatever breed of dog you have, whether mixed or purebred, we recommend you dedicate the necessary time to train them correctly. How has the training and education of your dog been? Although these are the easiest to train breeds, any dog can be the perfect life companion. If you're watching this but don't yet share your life with a dog, maybe you'll change your mind with these 10 reasons to adopt a dog. Cute. The biophilia hypothesis by Kellert and Wilson suggests human beings need to relate to other living things due to our highly social behaviour. The result is that dogs appeal to our innate motivations, the reason we find puppies so irresistible. They teach us new things. Having a dog carries certain responsibilities, such as providing hygiene routines and teaching basic orders. Dogs also teach us. Little by little, we learn how to relate to others, why it is so important to be consistent, and how using positive reinforcement can help us navigate our world better. Dogs keep our heart healthy. Dogs need an average of 2 to 4 walks a day. With very active dogs, we need to combine these with heavier exercise and activity. This translates to more physical activity for us, and therefore, a healthier heart. They help us sleep better in winter. Do you know the expression 3-dog night? In various cultures, a sleeping dog helped people stay warm in cold climates, so a 3-dog night was a particularly freezing one, requiring the reassuring warmth of a canine pal to keep warm. Dogs make us happy. Relating to and interacting with animals provides endless benefits to our well-being, even precipitating endorphin release. This is particularly good at reducing stress and anxiety levels. They help us to be more sociable. Dogs are very outgoing, especially on walks. Their willingness to interact with other dogs and people can in turn help us to be more sociable and engaged. Dogs improve our health. People with dogs often get sick less, and when they do, it is less serious. This is because dogs expose us to certain germs and bacteria which help bolster our immune system in low concentrations. Additionally, several studies have shown us that children who have dogs experience less allergies in their adult life. They improve quality of life for people with autism. More and more psychologists are seeing the benefits of a dog with a stable, calm, and positive temperament that can provide a person with autism. Thanks to their simple and predictable communication, dogs encourage positive social interaction, decrease anxiety, improve self-esteem,
and provide healthy physical contact. They are the best friend you can have. Although each dog has their own character, they often follow us everywhere we go. They make us feel like the most special person in the world. It's not a coincidence so many people refer to dogs as man's best friend. A dog's love is infinite. A well-raised dog which is treated with respect and affection, which has a solid bond with their guardian and wider family, is a dog who will always love. This love is sincere, unconditional, and eternal. Tell us which dog fact surprised you the most. Let us know by writing in the comments, and we'll see you next time for even more to come.